I'm Terry Shutt. I do the tenancy enforcement and tenancy fraud investigation for Rooftop.
I was living with my auntie, and it was an overcrowded environment. I was about 7 of us living in the same house. So she said I wouldn't be able to stay there because it was too overcrowded. So I was on the housing list for ages, trying to get somewhere to go, and I ended up getting I ended up getting my own place, and I moved into there. But it was really bad before that because we were struggling. My auntie was struggling to feed me as well as everybody else. There was too many of us, and because of the overcrowdedness, they had to get me a place as quick as possible.
Part of that requires me to investigate where people are living in properties where they are committing tenancy fraud. And one particular example of that, we identified a situation where a flat had been given over to a man who was dealing drugs from the premises. We investigated the antisocial behaviour attached to the drug dealing and also the tenancy fraud.
It feels a lot better knowing that I've now got my own place, I've got my own freedom and all that, and it's it's my own rules as well as, yeah, it is hard, but it's my own rules as well. I mean, it's not easy living on your own because you have all the things to pay by yourself and all that, but it is a lot better knowing you have got your own place that you can manage and all that, and you haven't got to worry about other people doing things for you because you can now do it yourself.
We took the property back and recirculated it into the stock. It was then allocated to a young individual who had been sofa surfing for approximately 11 months.
Whereas before you have to wait on people doing it. I mean, my auntie helped me with everything and all that, but I know things are a lot easier for her now because she hasn't got to worry about all my issues as well. But she still is there to help me when I need help.
This individual was not only committing fraud, but was actively drug dealing from the property, which was causing other problems for the surrounding neighbourhood. So we managed to kill two birds with one stone. We eliminated the tenancy fraud aspect of it and also cleared that area of a very active drug dealer.
It's really exciting actually, because you're oh yeah, it's new, you're this is where you're going to live, and you get to choose what you want to do with it and how you're going to decorate it, and as soon as you walk through you're yeah, this is the beginning of your own new life. You're no longer a kid anymore, you've got to do things for yourself, adulthood, instead of being a child, and adulthood's a lot harder than being a child, and that's what half the people these days need to understand. Growing up isn't an easy sort of thing. When you live with mum and dad it's easy, everything's done for you, but when you live on your own it's not as easy as that no more. You can still have a laugh and still see your friends, but when it comes down to it you've got to be a grown up as well, because if you're not you're going to lose everything if you're not careful.
Is there any downside?
Not that I can think of. I think it's been a really positive experience, and then having met the individual, because I deal with the individuals who are committing the frauds, but I tend not to see the individuals who move back into the properties. So that was quite a buzz from that. It was good positive feeling.